Hey everybody, welcome to Four States Backstage Pass. It's the show that takes a look at the local entertainment aspect here in the four-state region. I'm your host, Ryan Land. We'll talk to Patti Richardson about her band called Trashcan Bandits. So stick around, there's more Four States Backstage Pass coming up.
All right, there we go. Sweet hearts with the wind in her hair, dance around like she just don't care. Pretty little girl, I never seen anything like you. Every touch, a whisper lie. High heels, Medusa's high. Pretty little girl, I never seen anything like you. I said no, 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 no. Baby, stay away from me. I said no, 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 no. Baby, stay away from me.
Hey, welcome back to Four States Backstage Pass, and joining me today here in the studio is Patti Richardson. She's the photography instructor here at Crowder College, but when she's not in the classroom, you can find her down in Arkansas participating in a band called Trashcan Bandits. And Patti, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good deal. Well, first, just tell me a little bit about yourself and your band.
Well, myself is that I am a part-time instructor, part-time musician. I've been doing photography for over 10 years, but it's only part-time, so I realized I was going to have to find some other ways of, making income. And music is my second, well, I guess it would be music's my first passion, photography second. And I think what happened was I just met some people that we shared the same kind of style of music interest, and we just started jamming and about 2 years ago and decided this was something we wanted to pursue. And that's kind of how we came together necessarily, and how I got into music really. Because before that I was just kind of sitting in with people here and there. I wasn't officially in a band, but I've been playing my whole life since I was 7.
Okay.
So that's kind of a little bit of like peak of me. I don't want to go into it too much because I could probably take an entire hour describing my childhood and how I came into music, but it's been in the family.
Well, if anyone wants to find out a little more info about you, is there a place they could go to read about that?
Yeah, for me personally, I have a Patti Steel page because I do my own style of music as well, so they could go on Facebook and just type in Patti with an I, Steel with 2 E's. So, and that's the easiest way to find me. So yeah, that's me personally.
Okay. So how did the band form? Did it just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. We actually were in a band prior. They had started a band called Cadre, and it was kind of a family-oriented band that was very folk and very instrumental branded, I guess. It's more pretty music is what we like to call it. And they disbanded, and so a few members, mainly because the lead singer moved out of state. So we reformed, and actually the guys reformed without me. They started with a 4-piece band and with a fiddler instead of me on clarinet. And they did that for about 6 months, just doing jams at the house and such. And then in April or March, I think it was March of 2012, they asked me, hey, our fiddle player is quitting, would you mind to sit in with us? And I said, sure. And it was like immediate that we were a perfect blend of music. And we went to record in the studio 2 days later after they asked me to join. And that was our EP, which I don't think you have yet, but the EP album is just a 6-song EP that we put together literally in like 2 days. And we toured on that. We would go and play shows for an entire year, and we kind of gained a lot of notoriety just from the style of music we played, so different. And then just recently we finished this album in April of 2013, and just got it in our hands just a few weeks ago, and I brought a copy for you guys to have here at the studio. So
Thank you very much.
yeah.
Thank you. So what's your guys' coverage area for concerts? Where can you guys go? And
Well, that's the interesting part about us at the moment. our lead singer recently moved to Tucson, Arizona, so we're limited now. We have to know ahead, like 2 or 3 months in advance, so we can fly him up here, and the shows have to be worthy enough that we can make enough money. Unfortunately, sometimes the smaller venues are harder to book because of that, but we still like doing them. So if we can get a couple of big shows where we can make enough money, then we'll play like Joplin and some of your smaller towns, so that, because this is where I'm from originally, and I want to support my hometown. Well, Webb City's my hometown, but Joplin is, it's all the same to me, and Neosho for that matter. But that's kind of where we are. We do Fayetteville because that's where we started, and so it's easy. 3 of the members live in Fayetteville, the fourth, in Tucson, so we can fly him in. We are trying to make our radius a lot bigger. We're trying to get down his way, but we need a van. So we're selling merch and different items, hoping that we can, earn enough money to purchase a van and start actually touring like national acts do. We're in we're in a good place right now where we probably could if we had enough money. So we need sponsors or people willing to help us out, or just sharing the name and getting people to like our Facebook page. That's a big help. So.
Okay, and talking a little bit about that fundraising to raise money for the van, talk a little bit about your albums. Like, how many albums do you guys have? And
well, this is our second, we had an EP, which was just a 6-song EP. This is an actual full-length album. This has technically 13 songs and a secret at the end of the album. And we did a lot of work to get this thing together in the amount of time we did. We recorded it at East Hall Studios, and they did marvelous work for us. But as far as that's the extent of how many we have. We would like to get back in the studio and start recording, as soon as possible, but we need to work towards getting the van first, or getting a way to, tour on this album, and that's what we're working on at the moment.
Okay. So this is, what album number is this? Is this your first one?
It's our first, full length. It's our second album, but our first full length album. The first one we did was just an EP, and we re-recorded all those songs. So I would call this our first album, really.
Okay. And what kind of music do you guys sing?
That's a good question. This has been the challenge since day one. We're definitely a folker sound. We're not rock at all. Because we use folk instruments. We use a guitar, mandolin. We do have drums, a full kit, and an electric bass player, and then I also play clarinet, and occasionally I'll play the spoons. But so the idea is kind of a folk sound, but it's Irish folk style, kind of. We do a lot of drinking songs. We also go into a little more instrumental music, so a similar band. Sometimes we kind of get out there like Pink Floyd does with the, really out there kind of style of music. But we call it swamp grass for a label, because people want labels, and this is the easiest way to make sense of it, because it's definitely a bluegrass similarity, but it's not bluegrass, because bluegrass kind of has its own gospel roots, and we're definitely veering away from that gospel sound. I mean, we're more of the Irish folk, so it's really hard to label us. That's what I've noticed. We have a Tom Waits sound. If you guys like Tom Waits, our singer sings in that deep, very deep voice. So we kind of have his style in that way. But we also have a similar sound to Flogging Molly. You know who they are. And the other band, that's a band out of Louisiana, that our lead singer got a lot of the inspiration, is Dirtfoot. And I actually am friends with those guys and play with them often. So it's kind of nice that we have this eclectic sound that's unique, and we are definitely unique.
Okay. So we can find you on Facebook. Are you guys also on Twitter?
Yes, we're on Twitter, Facebook, MySpace,
YouTube.
I'm trying to think. SoundCloud. I have music up for free so if you want to hear us at least and get an idea, we're about to be on Pandora and ReverbNation. We have a ReverbNation page. I got us on CD Baby, so they'll be distributing us, I think, on Rhapsody and some of those Spotify and iTunes. So we're going to be more available here in the next few weeks.
All right. And that's where they can buy your music, on iTunes.
Yeah, I'm going to get the album also up on Bandcamp for those who don't want to use those other sites. Bandcamp is usually most of the money goes directly to us, and some of those others, they take a cut. So we're trying to, and we have a website at trashcanbandits.com, and I'm going to get hopefully a way to have a store on there, and people can also purchase, things through us on that website. That's going to be in time. I have to have some help with the website part of it, because I'm not good at creating the carts and the things that you actually purchase. I'm good at developing the website, but not necessarily the store aspect. So I'm getting some help on that.
Up she rises, hey ho, up she rises, her line the morn. Go